My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Withers. I am currently in Tupelo, Mississippi. I am still under attack by Scientology. So let me explain what Scientology is. There are more than three dimensions. This is a fact. There are 12 dimensions in total. There's also this dark energy or dark matter attached to us. You can't see these extra dimensions or this dark energy while we are alive, but it is there. We also have biology in these extra dimensions, extra dimensional organs and tissues attached to us. We also have organs and tissues made of this dark energy attached to us. They call this place many names: the inverse, uh, the underworld, heaven, outer space, the extra dimensions, the four corners, the fifth dimension. Time is not considered a dimension in this universe. It is part of space time. It is a dimension, but it is separate from the 12 dimensions we are made of. There's 12 dimensions. So we have biology in these extra dimensions. We utilize this biology first while we are alive. Every biological function we have requires extra dimensional biology attached to us to work right. And then second, we utilize this extra dimensional biology to live on. So we live on in the afterlife. We die, we fly into outer space. The human genome produces a 12-dimensional humanoid, a horned alien. We are designed to live in outer space. We can fly. We have a head covering that has two horns. We have extra dimensional organs and tissues attached to us that do many things. And we are magical. We can move particles around with our mind and our nervous system. And we can even control energy. We can control electricity. We are magical. So we are magical horned aliens in the afterlife. We are Anunnaki, or the same creatures we see from Sumeria and indigenous texts. These horned outer space creatures, sky people, sky beings. Those are human souls, a part of a human soul or a human soul. So we are Anunnakis in the afterlife. That is what the human genome produces, and that is a natural human experience. So Scientology is the practice of removing this extra dimensional biology, your soul. They cut it off of themselves, or part of it off of themselves. And they use technology and techniques to turn it into a vehicle, an upper dimensional organism or biology which they can drive through the upper dimensions, through outer space and on Earth. So Scientology is literally the act of removing your soul or your extra dimensions and driving that around. So there are humans on Earth right now, yeah, also known as aliens. They look alien in appearance, and they use all different types of techniques, mergers. They merge their body parts with other humans and other species, such as reptiles, insects, and worms. I'm being harassed badly. So these are humans on Earth, Scientologists, Scientology. Okay, a group of these Scientologists have kidnapped me. They kidnapped me 14 years ago. They seen me on social media displaying my psychology, displaying my intelligence, using my intelligence. I write literature, poetry, songs. I like to communicate. Also participate in government. So I was in a lot of debates on social media We debated law and elections, government officials, policy, environmental issues, even religious issues. And some Scientologists 14 years ago became attracted to my intelligence. They see me doing this on social media. They decided to practice Scientology on me. They installed technology in my extra dimensional brain tissue, apparently. And they removed body parts. They removed organs and tissues, maybe. This allowed them first to invade my privacy, to see into my environment. I'm being harassed badly. They harass me daily. Scientology harasses people greatly. And so I can hear their voices. They have assimilated me into a hive mind 14 years ago. A bunch of them. Fast Company, internet companies, Facebook, they made first contact. Bill Gates is probably there. He knows these people. Barack Obama knows these people. This is Scientology. That's how it began. They made first contact. They assimilated me. They were attracted to my psychology, and the technology they use allows them to mind merge, or in other words, read each other's minds. I'm extremely intelligent, smart. They wanted me in the hive mind. At first, it didn't go well. I have a severe anxiety. I have a stress disorder. I have PTSD. My father is extremely abusive. So at first, I told him, "Get away from me. Leave. Please get away from me." I snapped at them. And they came back and started harassing me badly, then threatened my life and my liberty, told me I was going to jail, and they even showed me the future. So Scientology allows people to time travel. They showed me in the future I'd be dead. Well, I am a genius. I do write songs and poetry and literature, and I had wrote a lot of all of the above, especially literature. See, I'm extremely intelligent, and I have a goal. I want to save the planet or save life on this planet. I'm part Native American, and I'm also part Caucasian. My Native American name is Crazy Bird Lakota. I'm a descendant of Lakota people. I am Native American. They kidnapped me. Now they're blaming it on me. They want to steal my literature, my intellectual property. I wrote Crazy Bird Comics. I wrote the Environment Creation Agency. I wrote Divine Currency or Buffalo Dollars, Alien Bob, Bug Bob, Space Bob, Jewel Craft, and even the Book of St. Christopher. And this whole event has even started a religion. They started Christianity over me because they can time travel. Ancient humans started hearing voices the same way Anunnaki did. Scientology's tech, the ability to mind read and time travel, alien technology. Yes, there are people on Earth doing this right now. While some are in the military, they're hurting me badly. They have removed most of my extra dimensional biology. Yeah, they're blaming it on me. They're saying I've done all these bad things. And it's a lie. I've never hurt nobody. I've never done anything. I've done a bunch of drugs. Never killed nobody, never hurt nobody. I would be in jail. Cops know me well, and I know the cops. I've contacted every government agency, the FBI, the CIA, the military, uh, the local police, internal affairs. They're trying to steal my intellectual property now, and they want to kill me, get rid of me, and then publish my intellectual property. Yes, I can rhyme really well. I can rhyme on a dime anytime because I'm a Nunnakai by birth. So it didn't even. I do. Literature is important to me. So I have created very important literature. It achieves a goal. It helps humanity advance. It helps us become our optimal selves, achieve optimal existence. And that's what it does. It's a plan. It moves the Federal Reserve into the government and allows it to be under the people's control. And from the best of my knowledge and abilities, this is what the people want. So it turns. We want a science council. We want to be ruled by intelligence. And this science council also has a moral agreement, so they have to have high morality. I created a graph so we can tell who gets in the ECA. It's just a scale, side by side, intelligence on one side, morality on the other. If they have a high intelligence, they have a high intelligence points. If they have high morality, they have high morality points, and vice versa. They have to score high on both to get into the ECA. Well, this science council consists of cabinets, and these cabinets pertain to each aspect of our reality. So there's a cabinet for education, a cabinet for healthcare, a cabinet for nutrition, a cabinet for communication, a cabinet for transportation, a cabinet for Department of Wildlife and Fisheries Conservation, a cabinet for everything that we need. And these cabinets consist of ECA employees. They have to meet these intelligence and morality requirements. And these cabinets approved the spending of another one of my inventions, Buffalo dollars, or divine currency, what it started out as. Buffalo dollars, or life credits, whatever you want to call them. So this currency can be spent on approved products and services. It has to be approved by the ECA. These products and services have to meet certain requirements. They have to be mil-spec, state-of-the-art, the best we can possibly produce. And once a product or service is approved, a transaction can be made on behalf of all citizens or animals or any life form or organism found on this planet or in the universe. See, this currency belongs to all. This currency belongs to all life forms in the universe. Everyone gets them. Even the bugs and the bees, the grass and the trees, and even the land. So if you want our land to do something, or if our land needs it, if the earth needs money, we got it. And we can print it. So if a product or service is approved, we can print, or a transaction occurs. And this currency is converted from Buffalo dollars into real currency, which can be spent on anything within the law. And this system moves us from a debt-backed system to one that's based on the life, amount of life, and the quality of life we have on planet Earth and in the universe. And that is the ECA. And it comes with a whole bunch of blueprints of what everybody gets. Everyone gets a state-of-the-art house. It comes with high-tech gadgets or high-tech, like everyone gets a computer screen in their wall for entertainment and communication. So that's the ECA. That is one of my works of literature. That's some of it. And we discussed the sciences on what makes the best possible human being and other life on this. What do they need? The best possible environment. It's about environmental control. ECA stands for the Environmental Creation Agency or the Environmental Control Agency. That's one of my works of literature. They want to steal that too. I'm being harmed badly. Badly. They have cut off most of my biology. They're mutilating me greatly there. And they're also using war tech. So this technology that allows them to drive their aliens also gives them the ability to drive other organisms. They can drive humans, animals, insects, and worms in any dimension. So they use this technology to drive worms, parasites, big worms with teeth through my body, and they use it as a weapon. And they just leave them there, and they grow them big over time. Some of these are third dimensional, I suppose. Some ain't. Some are extra dimensional worms. And they drive them through my body, damaging organs and tissues. And they even have them in my brains and in my skin, in my thoracic cavity, on my lungs. They like put pressure in my lungs. They've even put holes in my lungs using them. I have death wounds, like bad death wounds. And they have removed as much biology. So they have removed most of my extra dimensional biology, as much of it as they can. And now they're taking vitals. So I've had death wounds. Recently, they have taken vital brain tissue, and I started to die. I laid there dying as they tried to repair me and fix me back up so I could live again. And it took a long time for me to get better. I've lost something, but I'm functioning now. I'm sick, bad sick. So now I have to explain why they want my biology. So first I have to explain there's a phenomenon in this universe called entanglement. Our third dimension is entangled to our extra dimensions. What this means is if extra dimensional biology is removed from you, no matter where it goes in the universe, you're still in that biology, or you still have to experience it if it's stimulated in some way. So they use this entanglement property in their technology. So they have facilities on Earth and in outer space that house biology. They remove their extra dimensions and they take them to these facilities and they install them or store them into the storage system. And inside of the storage system, they interface this biology, especially brain tissue, to a computer system. And this allows the users a form of telepathy. This is hive mind technology and command center technology. So first, it allows them a hive mind. It allows the users to basically link minds to each other. We can hear each other's thoughts. No, your tag-alongs. They're trying to say, oh, we're responsible for your intellectual property. No, they're not. They kidnapped me because I was producing intellectual property 14 years ago. I've been reading and writing for a long time. I learned it when I was young. I've always been highly intelligent. I've always been good in school. I've always been a science geek. I knew a lot less then, and I never stopped learning just because you was here. And I never stopped practicing and writing my literature just because you was here. Nothing you did gave me any advantage. The biggest experience or the most powerful experience that I've ever had is I had study sessions. I took study camps. They took drugs, stimulants, and marijuana, things of this nature, and I studied hard, and I learned some valuable skills. I learned knowledge, and then I started applying this knowledge, and I started writing literature. And yeah, jokes was part of it because I love jokes and I love songs, and I wrote songs and I wrote poetry and literature. And I did it over and over and over again. That's what I do for fun. That's what I do. I sit at home, I listen to music, I Google everything about everything in the universe. And I got books, I read books, and I write books, and I write literature. And nothing they have ever done is give me any kind of advantage. Yes, drugs is just a part of it. I study hard all the time when I can, when I need to. And I have been rewarded for it. I've gained skills. And literature was one of my goals. And songs is just a byproduct of one of my passions. And poetry, and I'm really good at it. And they kidnapped me because of it. Now they're cutting off brain tissue. They want to steal all of my body parts, kill me, torture me to death. I get tortured on a daily basis. And then kill me and steal my literature and my body parts. And call it a martyrdom. So that's what's happening. I'll check back in later. I gotta go charge my phone up.